And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Now ready to get us started, the punter, Drew Kaiser. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Here's Steve Young on second down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A first carry for the Hall of Famer, Barry Sanders. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a second down throw for Young. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Young on third down. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Young. They'll indeed go for it. Looking downfield for Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. First and 10, Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Young, going to throw again. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. J.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Third and long for Young. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terrell Owens, 45 yards. And his guys have taken a first quarter lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Young from the shotgun. His throw caught right around the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
When Tony Gonzalez makes catches, sometimes I feel bad, like it's almost routine. And that's really not what the deal is. This is a guy who has to work his way open on every play because he's such a featured guy. But he's also a guy that throughout his career, there's a little bit of a loyalty and a soft spot for Kansas City, his first team. When he went to Atlanta, did you know he kept his mouthpiece from Kansas City, which was kind of that yellow that goes in the Kansas City uniform? Not in the Atlanta uniform, but he kept wearing it because he remembered the good times he had in KC.
2nd down, Young. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Barry Sanders taking it in from a yard out. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Newton on first down. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. On first and 10, Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. That'll bring up second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Second and 10, Newton again. But over the middle, that's caught by T.O. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now a first down throw for Newton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They fake the give. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Reggie White in there to get him for a loss of 5. Third and long, it's Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To punt it away on fourth down, here's Drew Kaiser. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. 47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now back out comes the offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Throw left side complete. It's Gonzalez. And they'll get him down up past the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And they'll go with a ground attack here. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
When trying to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
On second down, Young. Looking left side, and it's complete. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. To throw again, Young. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. The give is to Elliott. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. The give to Elliott. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's caught. Touchdown. Odell Beckham in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys are able to strike for 6. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, and maybe we shouldn't be because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
Tyreek Hill set to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here now the offense heading back out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even, They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going.
That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. And a huge play that time. 51 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Play action. It's Newton. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL. The second one, Alan Page with the Minnesota Vikings, the linchpin of their Purple People Eaters defense.
7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They come out here in the I. Here's Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
That was a statement stop right there. Now it forces the opposing head coach to answer this question. What do you do on 4th down?
And Rosas puts this one through. And they take a 17-14 lead. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Well, as part of his scouting report, and it's what we saw on tape throughout his career, Tim Brown's ability to run after making nice catches.
It's also what made him such a dynamic return man in the first decade of his NFL career. You know, he still holds the rookie record going way back for all-purpose yards, 2,317.
And boy, was he a dynamic punt returner at Notre Dame, one of the best that played in college football.
Won the Heisman Trophy as a Golden Domer in '87. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Young now from the 50. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Aaron Donald in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Throwing on 3rd and long. Young looking deep for Julio, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play. Ah, yes, Reggie White. I remember when they first started calling him the Minister of Defense. It was back at the University of Tennessee.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's caught. Touchdown. Terrell Owens, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. An excellent pickup at 34 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now a first down throw for Young. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... This is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator is looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second and goal from the 1. They get it to him running left. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Barry Sanders with his second touchdown of the night. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. Gostkowski the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Here's Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Derek Brooks. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Following the interception, Young is going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Steve Young. And that is incomplete.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Third and short yardage, Young. And that will be incomplete as well.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Off play action. Newton. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now, defensively here, we're going to get a timeout, as he'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Young to throw. Dancing to his left. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's taken down deep in their territory. They give him a gain of 38.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now Young leads to Sanders on the draw. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard. Leopard. Gone. 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 Gone.
Young. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown. Late in the game, they look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready and the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together and make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. One last throw here for Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception.